The Affordable Health Care for America Act that was passed by the House contained an 85% medical loss ratio, which would require insurance companies like Anthem Blue Cross, WellPoint, to be held accountable to consumers when they do not spend enough of their premium revenue on actual health benefits. The days of health insurance companies putting profits before people need to be over. I'm sad that we're sitting here to discuss this today, but the American people, they need answers. And it's time for WellPoint to explain why they are raising premiums in this way, especially right now. WellPoint has stated publicly that these most recent premium increases were necessitated by rising medical costs and a shrinking risk pool, that it needs these rate increases in order to stay afloat. But I understand that companies do need to turn a profit. We all understand that. But what I don't understand is how WellPoint can claim that these increases, rate hikes that are literally bankrupting its policyholders, are necessary to stay in business, especially when we see what we see, when it is spending millions upon millions of dollars compensating its top executives. Data received by the committee show that WellPoint paid its executives over $347 million in 2007 and 2008 alone. In 2008, WellPoint paid $115 million to 85 senior executives, compensating 39 executives over $1 million each. That year, one executive made $9 million and two executives made over $4 million. And I guess I'd just like to ask you, our witnesses and policyholders, how you feel about a portion of your premium payments bankrolling multi-million-dollar salaries in these tough times. Mr. Meister, or Ms. Meister, do you believe a company that can afford to pay a single executive nearly $10 million in 1 year has the right to demand higher premiums from you so that it can, quote, keep up with the market?
No, I don't, and I agree with something Ms. Henriksen said. She said if I raised my rates like they raised our rates, I wouldn't have clients, and that's the same in my business. You know, there's reasonable, and then there's just outrageous.
Thank you, Ms. Henriksen.
Well, not to be funny, but it makes me sick to think that all of this money is going to executives in this economy when so many people are struggling. And, you know, I do make good money, yet my industry is really struggling. There are no new hotels being built. There are no, residential, there's no building going on. So I suffer because of that.
And Mr. Arnold?
I, of course, too, think it's unconscionable, and I believe the number I read was that in the last quarter, WellPoint had a profit of over $4 billion. Even if you cut that in half, it's still an incredibly healthy profit. So it just speaks to, as I said in my testimony, profiteering versus profit-making. There is a difference, and profit-making is fine. It drives our economy. It's the foundation of American business. But profiteering, when it affects people like us in the way that it has, is just wrong. It speaks to a lack of decency. And decency may not be, lack of decency may not be illegal, but it's wrong, and that's why I think it requires government intervention and regulation.
Thank you. I think you all make the case very well, and I, for one, don't think a company that's paying its executives more than $100 million a year has any right asking Americans to subsidize these outrageous salaries in the form of increased premium and stripped down coverage. It's not like you're getting more for what you're paying.